Hey guys, it's Michael, and today I'm here to do my 7 and 7 readathon and TBR takedown readathon, so both of them together. Overall, this readathon was pretty good. The thing though is, I didn't read a lot of books, and if you saw my vlog, for some odd reason I was like in this weird limbo of not wanting to read, wanting to read. Let me tell you the books that I read. It's not a lot, so this video might actually be short for once. So yeah, let's get started. The first book that I read during that readathon was A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. It's book number 7, The Vile Village. Again, these audiobooks are really good. It's just good. It was just good, man. These are just some good audiobooks. So yeah, the next book that I read was The Erenda by Joseph Boyden. I did a whole review on it because I love the book so much. I'll link the video right here, but you should definitely go read it. It's really great historical fiction. The next one that I listened to was Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban by J.K. Rowling, narrated by Jim Dale. These books are so good. Physically reading them, yes, I've read them when I was a kid, and then now listening to them as an adult, it's just even better, essentially. The best thing is, this is my favorite book out of the series, especially when you're reading this in order. It's because this is when you start to realize, like, oh, there is actually more to than what we know. And it's also great because this is the first time that you'll actually, especially if you read the whole series, you'll start to notice like the relationship with Snape and James, and like when they were younger. It's so great. And the best thing is you can really see the wheels turning, because you can see how things are really going to be affected in the long run at the end, like how these things that essentially that's happening gets really tied up in the end. And I don't know if that's coincidental or if it's just she just planned it, but man, it's amazing. And plus it's sad reading about characters and you know what their faith are. It's really sad. So yeah, next I finished Miss Marvel Volume 2 Generation Y by G. Willow Wilson, Adrian Alphona, and Jacob Wine. Yeah, I don't think this was okay. The thing is, I don't know if it's me, but I can't get into this comic book series. Like, I don't know what it is. To me, it's like literally middle of the road for me. So there's that. And next, this is the last and final book that I finished and read, was The Last Leaves Falling by Sarah Benwell. Let me talk about this book. So I first heard about this book in a like Best of YA 2015 list. So I was like, ooh, this book seems really interesting. And oh my gosh, it was really interesting. So this book is about this guy named Sora who has Lou Gehrig's disease, or ALS. That, if you remember the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, that's what he has. So this guy named Sora, this actually takes place in Japan, which was like really interesting because that actually plays a major role on how this story is told. Before you read this book, I think you should really understand, because after I finished reading it, I saw some reviews on it, and I think you will get more out of this book if you understand how Japanese view death. Because especially from a Western perspective, the Japanese culture overall, especially if you start to like watch a lot of their movies or their media, or like just get to really see their culture and know a little bit more about them, they view death really different than how Westerners view death, especially suicide. So I think you should go into this book knowing how Japanese culture views suicide, because it will help you like the book better, actually, which is really great. And plus, man, Sora buys this book with like haikus, and I was like, yes, I love haikus. Even though a majority of them are really sad, but I really love haikus. So I gave that one 3.5 out of 5. Those are all the books that I read, and for once I didn't read a lot. Yeah, but what can I do? I started on a lot of books and I just didn't finish them. So I'm hoping to finish them in August, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, until then, if you read any of these books, let me know, and then I'll see you guys till later. Bye!